Hey everyone, today we are going to create some tempera paintings with objects that you would find at the beach. It's getting toward the end of the school year and we're all ready to have beach time and to get out in the sun, and so we're going to create some really colorful paintings with pattern to remind us of that. So it should be fun. To get started, you want to use a ruler, a pencil, you want to use your image sources, and make sure you get a good sketch. Divide them up into sections and then add pattern into most of the sections. You don't have to add pattern into all of them, but simple patterns like circles or stripes or checks. You don't need to get really complicated on the patterns to make these paintings look amazing. We're going to start painting now, and the key to painting with this tempera paint is that a little bit goes a long way. You need one color at a time. So here I'm starting with the dark green. You need one of the round brushes and hold it in your hand like a pencil so that you can get a lot of control on it. You want to make sure that you're always pulling towards you with the paint. That's how you're going to get the most control. You don't want to push back and forth. You always want to pull towards you. Pull the paint towards you every time. If you scrub that paint around on there and make it go back and forth, you're not going to get an even coating of it. You are going to have some issues with the coverage, so make sure that you are controlling that paint and controlling the brush by always having your hand resting on the table really steadily, a little bit of paint on that round brush. About a number, probably a number 8 or 10 is going to be the best round brush for you to have. It's going to work in all the little sections that you need. And you're going to start with the outline of the section first. I want you to paint along the edge, and you can see that you can lift up the tip of your brush and really get close, careful work in those corners. When you cover the whole thing, kind of go back over it again and make sure if you have any globs of paint that are sitting on the top of it, that you smooth all of those out in every section. If you notice it drying unevenly, that's a cue that you might need to go back over that section because it might be a little bit thin. Although this tempera paint dries pretty evenly, you just want to watch for that. And again, look at the detail that you can get with pulling your brush towards you. Look how close and even you can get up to that edge. I really want you guys to work on that technique. You can take the little tip of the brush and get little points in there. You don't have to even worry about hardly getting the table dirty. You should not be getting the table dirty with a lot of paint. So here we are, we're working with one color at a time. So you're going to go around your whole painting and you're going to add that one color to all the sections in the painting that you want it in. Then go on to the second color and then the third, and you will kind of hop around the page. You want to have a good composition with your color. You don't want two colors sitting next to each other. You kind of want maybe 3 or 4 sections of each color. Some can be in a full section and some can be in a pattern, but you want to really be thoughtful and organized. We're going to use both warm and cool colors because we're kind of wanting to make everything really bright and beachy. So go through with each color, one color at a time, making sure that you're covering it and going up to the edges as closely as you can until you get the whole painting filled with color. And it should look pretty good, but I think just to make it that much better, we're going to add an outline. So you're going to grab a Sharpie or a permanent marker of some kind, and you are going to go around freehand around the round edges, or the organic lines, the curved lines. You can do those freehand. If you really want to trace your circular object again, that's okay. It's a good habit to get into if you feel like you really need that crutch and you need to have that circle object. If you feel like you can just trace them freehand, that's okay too. But for the straight lines, you are going to want to get a clear ruler. So grab that clear ruler and make sure you're kind of offsetting it a little bit so you can see exactly where that line is going. And you're using that clear ruler for all your lines. And this is just going to really make your colors pop. It's going to make your forms pop out again, whether you did the sailboat or the lighthouse or the flip-flops, whatever object you chose as to be your painting subject. This is the point where it's all going to kind of come together and you're going to be able to see the object in all of the painting sections. So go through, create all of your outlines, and then you'll be all finished and ready to go. All right, let's get started.